So what I thought is we'll just cleanse the space here for a bit first.
Yeah. My room's going to never smell so good.
Your house actually smells really nice when I walked in.
Thank you. Vanilla tar hard glass house candle.
Beautiful, yeah.
I've had the same candle since I opened my business. It's always been that.
I love that.
That one scent.
So we'll just just cleanse that little energy around and get ready the space. So this is white sage and dragon's blood. It's a really great cleansing. And obviously I'll put it this way so when it falls into the space here. If it's too strong for you, we can just
It's perfect.
burn it out after. So
Yeah.
I'll turn on a bit of an angle too.
Hi. I'm so honoured to have you on. I also feel very I can't believe last time I saw you, I'll cry already,
It's all right.
was in hospice, and it's so surreal. It's just, because Sean messaged you.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So do you want me to tell you how that kind of transpired?
Yeah.
So I think it was a weekday, maybe a Friday.
Yeah. Mum went into hospice Thursday night. So
okay.
it
So
would have
he
been.
messaged me probably the Friday and said, Irene, can you please do me a favour? And a friend of mine, Sam's mum, has gone into the hospice and she's not well. I think it will really help if you could go and do something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, I know that you'll just do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
And I said, absolutely. So then I said, can you send me her name and maybe a picture of her mum? And then when I saw your picture, I was like, oh, I've seen you on Instagram before. I was like, oh no. And I was just like, I remember going, oh no. I felt really sad.
Yeah.
You know? And so obviously I contacted you and was happy to see you and your mum whenever it was I can't remember, did I come on a Sunday or a Monday? I can't remember.
I feel like it was a weekend.
Yeah, I said whatever you need, I can, I'm happy to come. So
Yeah.
before I go to anyone, I always prepare myself. I prepare the space that I'm going to. I prepare the person so that they're ready for my energy when I come in. So it's really important when we're dealing with energy. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
And I wanted your mum to feel comfortable with me walking in. Obviously, she was in a different state of being, and her energy would have been very protective as well, and yours as well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So driving down to the Mary Potter Hospice, I kind of didn't know what to expect when I walked in because I didn't really know whereabouts your mum was at at that time. So again, just came in, knocked on the door, you welcomed me in, and the initial feeling, I remember what I felt when I walked into the room was pure love. Like it was just unconditional love. That's what I could feel. And I know it was the love of you and Jessie and your mum, the energy. You had created an amazing bubble of energy there, and I wasn't really able to explain that to you properly at that time, but your mum was very open to, I guess, seeing me, which was really lovely.
Yeah.
And it just felt really beautiful to be able to offer what I could energetically to her. And what I offered was, what I do is I channel in an energy, so a divine, loving, healing, powerful energy. And I'm able to, I guess, flow that energy through what I was able to do, flow it through to your mum, to open up that pathway for her to feel at peace, to feel comfortable in where she was going to transition to next.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about part of what I do, you know, is to be able to offer the space for the beautiful souls who are terminally ill, who are really sick, who are in their final stages, to be able to offer them a light, peace, and not to fear the next stage that they're going to.
Yeah.
Because inevitably we're all going to get there at some point in time, unfortunately, some sooner than others.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really important and necessary aspect to people who are dying or are really sick and have a terminal illness, because there's a lot of fear involved.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously I haven't been terminally ill, but I can tap into that, and I can understand the part of that fear of what that is and what death is, you know.
Yeah.
And until you have peace with that, it's hard,
Yeah.
you know. And I've worked, I still currently volunteer at the hospice, at Laurel Hospice at the Flinders, every Tuesday, and I offer my energy healing to lots of beautiful people there, and quite a few of them have been in their last probably week, days, and I've learned so much from them.
Yeah.
It's been the best thing that I do, but also one of the saddest things that I do.
Yeah. It's crazy how something so beautiful, and that's how I feel about my last week with Mum.
Yeah.
I would never have not been there, and it was one of the best things, but it comes with so much trauma and sadness, and it's like it's together, which I've never experienced something that's like good and bad at the same time.
Like you have to have them both, like with everything. We have to have the good, the bad, you know, the yin, the yang. It's actually the same, like you're saying, the grief, the sadness, but the joy and the happiness in it too, you know.
Yeah.
And it sounds strange, but you're absolutely right. What you experienced is right, you know.
Yeah.
And the thing that I learned, and I'll be interested to know on your perspective, with every person that I went and offered some healing to, I asked them, you know, what is the one thing that you want to feel in this moment? And every single time they said to me, peace.
I was going to say it's peace.
And every
Mum
time I
was the
hear
same.
that, it's, okay, yeah, like it's peace. And the funny thing is I knew that I was meant to do this quite a few years ago. You know, I was meant to be here as a service, like as a channel. And my name actually in Greek, Irene, is peace. Means
Really?
peace. And I have that tattooed on my wrist because I was named after my grandma, Irene. And every time I hear someone say that, I know I'm there at the right moment, at that right time, because I need to be that channel for them to help them feel that peace if they haven't, or if they're not quite feeling it yet, you know. Because how frightening would it be to not feel that, knowing that you are going to transition into a different, I don't know what you want to call it, life, universe, lots of different things we can name it, but I 100% believe there is definitely a place after here.
Yeah.
I know it, I feel it, I've had passed over souls, especially my grandma. This is what pretty much opened it up for me over 25 years ago, when she came to me when she had passed away and told me things no one would know, and I had to tell my dad. And coming from a Greek Orthodox background, this was not in, like, you don't, this was not that you talked about, you know.
Yeah.
But she told me there was money stored somewhere that they had to, like, move some bricks to take.
And there was money there?
And I said, how? And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, how am I going to tell my dad this? Like, it's like, all right. I think I told my mum, because it's going back 25 years ago now. I was like, Mum, look, Grandma, she came to me and she said to me, there's money here. And before you sell the house, because she was the last one there, you got to take out the money.
Yeah. That's such a great thing to do,
I know,
to have money stored in us.
Let's just hide the money. So anyway, I said, all right, you know what, I'll do it, whatever. If they think I'm crazy, they think I'm crazy anyway. So it's like, I think it was a couple of days later, my mum rang me and she goes, Irene, she goes, I told you, Dad. They went there and there was money there. I'm like, okay, all right. Thank you, I get it. Like, I'm understanding it now. Like,
well, that's not confirmation to you, then what is?
That's what I mean. Like,
that is so funny.
You know, I want people to know there is something else after. We don't lose the soul. We don't lose the energetic attachment that we have to them. We lose the physical part of them. But they are even stronger, I believe, when they actually transcend and pass into that different energy, that different universe, because they leave everything else behind. They come back to their truest form, their truest self, which is so pure and peaceful and joyful. And that's the beautiful thing. I want you to know that she is so fine. She is so okay. Hard for you. She's okay. More than okay. Which leads me to Susan came to me last night because I did say, okay, Susan, if you want anything, if you want me to say anything or pass anything on to Sam, I'm going there tomorrow. You probably already know that. But I'm open to receive anything that you have to say. And then I left it, and as I do, you know, because it's their choice whether they want to come to me or not. I'm not a medium, but I am a channel, so I do receive if I also ask that I give them the opening, because I'm very protective of my space. It was around 6 o'clock in the morning, so it was in the morning hours, and I was on her bed. I have no idea what it looked like, but there was a window there, and I was sitting on the edge of her bed, and she was packing a suitcase. Mm-hmm. She was fluffing around, packing this suitcase, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? I'm getting ready, and I'm like, oh, okay. So she's going away, right? Didn't click to me after. She was wearing these denim jeans, a really cute creamy beigey little top with buttons down the front, a sheer creamy like scarf that she wanted to put around her head, and she was wearing these creamy kind of sneakers, like, you know, walking shoes.
We used to give her so much shit. She always wore little white shoes.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Little white shoes, Susan.
And she had a short bob, a blonde bob. And she was saying to me, oh, I put that silver tag on my bag so it doesn't get lost. And I said, oh, okay. And I'm thinking, oh, did I give her a tag? I'm like, oh. And I was like, oh, the Apple tags. And I don't know if you've got Apple tags, but make sure you put them in your suitcase.
Yes.
So she had that set. And then she was whispering something to me. And I was like, oh, I said, can't hear you, Susan. I said, what are you saying? She's like, when I get back. I'm like, I said, Susan, I can't hear you. Can you speak a little bit loud? And she was like, when I get back. And I said, yes. And then I couldn't hear the middle bit, but she's like, I want you to do me a favour. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I said, well, what would you like me to do? And then she just like kind of pulled back, and I was like, oh, in my head I was like, oh, actually, I was going, oh, Susan's actually not here. Like, Susan's transitioned. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, Susan. So then, like, it was literally like I was with her in the real state
Yeah.
that she was in. But then I remembered, actually, I'm here on earth.
Yeah.
I'm not with Susan, but she was there. And then she didn't tell me yet what she's going to ask of me, which I'm sure she will in time.
Yeah.
But she did say to me, I didn't have a choice, she said. When I was 16 or 18, she goes, what was I supposed to do? Like, I didn't have a choice. I was like, oh, okay. I said, and then what was that? Like, what didn't you have a choice with? And then I jumped out
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, no. I'm like,
Like, we're not done.
no, I'm not done yet. And that was that. I was like, okay, it's all right. There's still some unfinished bits to the story. But she was so happy to get ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I realised after, you're spreading her ashes. She is so excited. She can't wait. She's packed her bag and everything. So obviously it comes as a visual what it means.
Yeah.
But energetically, she is so happy that you're doing this. So excited. So if you needed any confirmation, she gave it to me last night as, yeah, absolutely, this is definitely what she wants to do.
Yeah.
And she can't wait. She cannot wait.
I can't believe it's next month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
And how do you feel right now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel better than I've been.
Yeah.
But still just, it's really hard. Like, it's the same thing. It's so beautiful to take her ashes back
Yeah.
and do all of this. But it's also just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She would love, she's going to love that. I know it. I felt it.
Yeah.
Every time since the morning that I was thinking about it, even while I was messaging you, I was getting like full like goosebumps. Like, for me, that's a sign that it's always a yes.
Yeah.
And it's the right thing.
Yeah.
Never happens to me if it's a no, you know, all these years. So she's made a really strong presence for me in coming here today, for you, in that space, in that energetic space.
Yeah.
And like I said, you know, she's not here in the physical, but she's very strongly energetically with you, you know. And if you ever really want to, I mean, you see signs of her all the time, you know, so just keep that channel open for yourself, you know. What's a nice thing to do also is to cleanse your space, because the energies like a really light energetic space for them to come into, you know. If it's too heavy for them, it's too heavy. So even like burning the incense like we're doing now, and I'll leave you with this so you can, you know, cleanse your space. Bring her in, you know, and let her guide you, you know. And I'm sure you already do that, which is great. You know, she's there. She's actually can be even more powerful where she is now for you here in this living world to help you, you know. Doesn't feel good for you, but unfortunately, you know, we don't get to choose.
I know.
Which is a sad thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't.
I felt her so much the sort of 3 or 4 days after she passed. Like, I really weirdly felt like we were the same person. Now it's more like I see signs
Yeah.
and that kind of thing. But those first 4 days, they were really like, it was weird. Like I felt like she hadn't left at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably embodied with you, like your souls and energy kind of merged together. That's probably why you know, and she needed to give you that
Yeah.
through those first few days. Yeah, it's a really powerful thing, you know, when someone does transition. If you're open to feel it and receive it, if you're not, it'll be closed, you know. But I know you're definitely open to it.
Yeah.
I want to be open to it too, you know, when if
Yeah.
I'm in a situation or, you know, I've still got my mum here, but I'm sure there'll be a time where she won't be here and I will embody
Yeah.
come whenever you want. Like I want your energy, your presence, you know, I want to see, I want to know, you know, whatever it is.
Everything.
Everything. Just, I'm not afraid,
Yeah.
you know. And another thing I think is really important for us as humans in this life form, if we can come to an acceptance of death, I think that's really important for us as well, because it's something that we don't like to talk about.
No.
We're very fearful of it.
Yeah.
And it becomes a taboo topic. But I think it's breaking down. I feel like the last year, it's been a very more open conversation, which is really necessary.
The more I've obviously been open about it, I've met so many people with shared experiences that I'm like, people don't talk about it.
No.
And I feel like if it wasn't for me, like screaming from my Instagram, I wouldn't have met all these people.
Yeah.
Because we don't talk about it. And it's then when it happens, you feel so lost, you feel so scared. You just don't even know what to expect, what the grieving process even is. Because we don't. Our culture is so closed off with it. It's,
And everyone will grieve differently. And there's no end date. There's no time frame. So just be kind to yourself, you know, allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to grieve. There's no, like I said, there's no by 2 years that's it, you know. And it'll always be, you know, and people might not like me saying it, but you'll never get over it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to get over it.
Yeah.
You know, but you'll just find a way to move forward, you know, because you're still existing here.
Yeah.
And you've still got a purpose. You've still got a journey to live and love and enjoy. So, it's...
Yeah, I've come to realise this is forever. Not in a depressing way.
No,
it's just, it's not something you head down, bum up, get through and come out the other end. It's literally just a new phase of your life. It's not, you don't go through it and then go back to who you were. It's completely different.
But it's not, you're not meant to go back to who you were.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Death changes you for a reason.
Yeah.
And even though it may not seem good right now, but I'm sure you've learnt
Oh God.
a lot.
So much.
A lot that you didn't know or experience before, you know. So that's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
Which you are also helping so many other people that have lost someone so dear to them, you know. They're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone. And that's what we need. We need a community so we know that we're not alone.
Yeah.
Even in times that you may still feel alone, you know. You're still never alone because you've got your mum with you. Yeah. You know, and she's your greatest cheerleader.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about the spiritual side, about guardians and loved ones who have passed over, who are our guardians. They are your champions.
Yeah.
They are the ones that want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
You know, so always remember that. You know, She's just going to be pushing you where you need to go. And
Yeah, I believe that fully.
don't fight it.
Yep.
Or she'll get angry.
Yep.
But that is part of their role as well, is to help support the ones that they love and the ones that need them.
Yeah.
And I believe along with, she's got other things to do, you know.
At least 5 boyfriends.
You know,
there.
she's got other, I have to
She's
say
busy.
it, she's got other things she needs to do. It's not just helping us down here.
Yeah.
She's got other things that she needs to do for herself in such a beautiful way, you know.
Yeah.
And to be honest, for me, I'm not afraid of death. When I come to it, maybe that might change. You know, I say that because I'm always wary. Well, I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
So, but what I've worked on and what I've seen through my time and through spirit and all these beautiful, I guess, angels and different universes I've got to experience in my physical time, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
It's actually the one time I really felt the purest of it was all I felt again was complete peace
Yeah.
and love. That was all that was there. And it was through a meditation that I did, a deep meditation, and it just took me there. And I knew I was not here, but I didn't quite know where, but I knew it was there.
Yeah.
But it was a feeling. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't a visual. It wasn't something happened. It was the feeling. And that feeling I can't ever get back from here.
Yeah.
It's a really hard thing to explain. When I opened my eyes, I didn't want to open my eyes. I actually wanted to go back. That's how beautiful I know that it is, you know. So I would love people to work on not being afraid of death.
Yeah.
Because it actually is nothing to be afraid of. The process is probably the thing that's the worst, you know.
Yeah.
But the actual time that you are in that space, whether it's a day or a few days or a few hours, I believe you know when you're just about to transition and everything just, there's no pain, there's no nothing.
Yeah.
It's just, they're just ready,
Yeah.
you know, and they're actually wanting to go. They're wanting to go to that place because they get to feel, I think, that feeling that I felt.
Yeah.
Which is you don't want to stay here. You just don't.
Yeah.
I guess we won't know until we're there. But I do believe 100% that,
I felt with Mum that, I can try and say it without crying, that we were grieving like the life she had, not what it was.
Yeah.
So when she went, sorry.
No, don't apologise.
So when she went, there was like a relief because she couldn't stay as she was. She was so sick and lasting any longer wasn't any quality of life or anything that she wanted to do.
No. And you didn't want that for her. No one wants that for anyone.
No.
You know?
It's very unfair, but
it is.
But it is part of life. Like you said, we don't get to choose.
We don't get to choose. We don't. I believe before we come down here, we choose, and this might sound strange, but we choose our journey.
Yeah.
And I really questioned this a few years back. It's like, I was like to the universe, to God, whoever we believe in, you know. But I don't understand. I'm like, why do people choose to die tragically or die of illness or like, why would they choose that? Like I really struggled, you know, to understand that concept of if we get to choose, like, why would you choose that?
Yeah.
And it didn't come, like, I asked for ages. Like, I reckon it was probably a good year. I just kept asking randomly. But I don't understand this part of it, and I want to understand, because I need to also help people who are coming to me to try and help them understand, because I don't know how to answer that for them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I need you to help me, you know.
Yeah.
And literally one day, because this is what happens, like, just things just drop into my head, and it like comes in a full speed, like it just goes, and I was like, okay. So what I was told was, the beautiful souls who choose a tragedy to happen in their life, whether it is their life ends at a very young age as a child, or is abused, or dies of, a terminally ill cancer or Parkinson's or anything like that, those souls are actually the strongest of the souls. So they're not like me, and they're not like the other person who hasn't suffered a tragedy like that. Those are the people that choose that because firstly, they know that they can.
Yeah.
And secondly, they don't want someone else to choose that path. They don't want someone else to go through that. Yeah. So it's almost like they sacrifice their life because they want to do that, because they can. So they're actually here almost like earth angels.
Yeah, like protecting others.
Exactly. And so they choose that so someone else doesn't have to feel that pain and go through that, because there's a myriad of lives to choose from, and you get to see from the beginning to the end. That's what I believe in. And so we choose the one that we can do.
Yeah.
And what we're going to either learn ourselves and what we're going to teach other people in that life that we're living. And they're just the strongest of the strongest who do that. So I just think that is just so amazing and so beautiful. Again, even though it doesn't feel like it for you and for the people left behind.
Yeah.
But if you can look at it on a different perspective of what they've actually done, is a really amazing gift that they've given.
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
I get that now, because I didn't understand why someone would willingly choose that. But I get it, because they're evolved in the way that they understand that they can do. They're sacrificing part of their journey for someone else. Maybe for you, it may be for someone else, They're like, no, I'll take this because I can do this. So
it does make sense that way.
It makes complete sense after they finally dropped that in.
Yeah.
It actually gave me comfort as well, because I would have so many beautiful souls coming to me for energy healing who have suffered horrific things that I can't even get my head across.
Yeah.
And still do. From childhood to teenage to adulthood. And I just, like, how are you still here?
Yeah.
I would like to understand, like, what is it, And I fully understand now. And to be able to share that with them has given them literally almost like a new lease on life.
Yeah.
You're not a victim. You're actually the strongest of souls.
Yeah.
And I want you to see yourself as that.
Yeah.
Because that is actually who you are. I probably couldn't go through it. Or, the next person probably couldn't go through it.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's an amazing thing, when we're talking about souls and energies and what we choose, Again, we choose at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then we can't change certain things
Yeah.
once we're here in the physical form, what we've chosen, we can kind of change directions of things. But I think the core things that we've
Yeah.
chosen will eventually come to fruition in some way,
Yeah.
you know. So, yeah.
That is, big. Like, to think of it that way.
I think we also need to look at things, try and put a positive on it, because otherwise, how do you get through? How do
Yeah.
you move through?
Yeah.
How do you move through
100%.
such trauma and grief?
Yeah.
If we are constantly sitting in it, we can never move past it.
Yeah.
And that's not what your mum would want for you.
Yeah.
She definitely wouldn't want you to completely give up your life for it.
Yeah.
You know, but also you need to move through it in your time frame, whatever that is. No one knows. You probably don't know.
I know.
She probably knows. But however you move through it is how you do.
So Brandon and I were saying yesterday, it's like, because obviously he just celebrated his birthday, but his birthday is now his late twin brother's birthday. Like it's, I think for me, celebrating my mum's birthday was hard. Celebrating mine next month without her will be hard. But I'm like, I cannot imagine your birthday being their birthday. Like that is just, that is a whole new level.
Yeah.
And he said similar where like he knows he needs to celebrate his life for his brother and do all these things. And we were being super positive, but then we were both like, but what's the opposite? Like not to dip into like toxic positivity, but you do have to be positive because the alternative is that you're not here. And you know that they don't want that.
No.
Oh, Mum would be so mad if I wasn't here.
Oh, yeah. I had a glimpse of her this morning. She would be pissed.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't want that for you at all. But you know that she wouldn't. So, you know, you're aware of that, which is good, you know. And you'll do the best that you can each day. And that's all you can ask from yourself is wake up every day and go, okay, it's a new day, and you embrace it however you need to embrace it. And no one can tell you what's wrong or what's right except you.
Except Jessie when I do too much online shopping as a coping mechanism.
All right, maybe Jessie, you have an input.
I know, but I try and always just reframe and be like, how can I look after myself today, or how can I honour?
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing that you can do because you're doing two things at once.
Yeah.
You're giving yourself something and you're giving your mum something as well.
Yeah.
And by you honouring her, you're still giving her something.
Yeah.
Energetically. So the ties haven't been cut and they'll never be cut. So remember that, you know, the love that you're still giving to her, she's still receiving.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a beautiful thing that you can do from here, because it's what else can you give? Like it's hard. You don't have her here in the physical form.
Yeah.
But the most powerful thing that you're doing is to give her and honour her with things. That's the best thing that you can do.
Yeah.
And you're keeping that vibration high for you and her. You're keeping that energy around because it's good and it's coming from a place of love and care.
And that's it. It's all just love.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's all you need to do is just give her love from here.
And I always remember, like, this pain is just a direct representation of how much love that we had. And I would never change that to make, like, this side of it easier.
No.
So I just try and remember that.
Yeah.
Because, again, what else do you do?
Yeah, no. And, you know, in a weird way, the love that you have will probably grow stronger.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But you'll be able to balance it better in time, but you'll be able to, you'll feel more love.
Yeah.
Because she'll become stronger. She'll
Yeah.
become a stronger presence once you're able to balance your energies, because
Yeah.
they're still very raw,
Oh,
and
God.
and it will be like that, I'm sure, for a while. And I'm only going by my beautiful clients that come to me that have
Yeah.
lost people so close to them and dear to them. So yeah, it will never. You'll love her even more as time goes on, because you'll start to really feel into, I think, a lot more of those really good memories,
Yeah.
like previously, will really start to come up to the surface, and you'll
Overtake the other
really
ones.
feel into them. You'll
Yeah.
really get a lot of joy out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been told that by people from Instagram. Like
Yeah.
right now it's a lot of the sad memories and a lot of
Yeah.
the sick memories.
Yeah.
But yeah, in time I'll remember more of the other stuff. It's just right now everything else is so
Yeah.
present.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. And even now, like I can look at videos and I'll cry 2 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
But it was 10 out of 10 times
Yeah.
for the first 2 months.
Yeah.
So I can already understand, like, I can like smile at something
Yeah. And it's okay
most of the time.
Yeah. And it's okay to smile.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have happy moments.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you've forgotten about
Yeah.
anything that's happened, And I think, and I'm only going again by the other beautiful
Yeah.
clients that I've had, they were scared to be happy.
Yeah.
They were scared if they did something that they felt good,
Yeah.
was that going to make them feel bad?
Yeah.
Who was, like the husband or the mum that has passed over, like they didn't want them to think that they were happy without them. And it was
Yeah.
like a fight in their
Yeah.
minds, didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that?
Everyone has said that
Yeah.
to me, but I haven't, just because I think with Mum and knowing she was terminal, we did speak a lot about this.
Yeah.
And stop crying today, Samantha. But she was just like, you have to live. And she wanted me to do all these amazing things.
Yeah.
So I never shy away from when I am happy.
Good.
But I also know I could be so happy in one moment. I'll be bawling my eyes out in like 7 minutes. I'll be happy again later. So I'm like,
Yeah.
being happy, like I'm still going to be sad later. So why not be happy when I am happy,
Yeah.
And yeah, I just know Mum she loved all the shit I got up to.
Yeah.
She loved all the just crazy fun things that we do. And I know whenever I am doing those things, she's like,
Yeah, she's cheering you on,
Yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
And I love all the things that you did together with her, You helped me in going, okay, yeah. Like, even for my own life, which I know that you are doing for hundreds of people out there who are following you and are seeing you go through this journey, you're making them think about the now.
Yeah.
You're making them think about being present with people that they love.
Yeah.
Do things, make the time.
Yeah.
We do have time.
Yeah.
It's about creating that time.
Yeah.
You've helped me even in my own relationship with my mum, because I'm always busy doing things and, my poor mum just wants me,
Yeah.
she wants time with me. And I give her time,
Yeah.
but now I really give her time,
Yeah.
and it is ever since, even more since I came to visit you and your mum in the hospice. And I was like, I won't swear. I was like,
You can if you want.
fuck Irene, like, what is wrong with you? Like, your mum wants some more quality time with you.
Yeah.
Give her that time. Like, I'm her only daughter, give her that time.
Yeah.
She's not going to be here one day. Or maybe I won't be here before her. I don't know.
Yeah.
But how it normally works out,
Yeah.
she might not be here one day, and how are you going to feel about that?
Yeah.
And I've always said to myself, I don't want to live with any regrets
Yeah.
in anything, because when it's my last day,
Yeah.
I want to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well done, Irene. Like, you did
Yeah.
everything. You forgave people. You know, it doesn't mean you have to accept them back into your life, but you forgave them, you know. But I spent time with the people that actually meant something to me.
Yeah.
And that is what is important. And I'm sure, well, that's what I see from you projecting
Yes.
and sharing on your socials.
Yeah.
The importance of
100%.
spending time with the people that you love.
Yeah, it's the richest thing that we have. And I think like a couple of things, when Mum was terminal, I was very busy. Just in the sense of like, I'm working, I'm seeing her, and in among that, seeing Jessie, seeing friends, going to the gym, I never stopped.
Yeah.
I would have an hour on my phone at night in bed. I never read a book. I never could barely fit in yoga. Like I just, every second, because any minute I was free, I'd be like, well, this is 2 hours. I can go do this at Mum's house so I can see her at the same time. It was very just chaotic.
Yeah.
But there were moments where Jessie was like, you need to rest or you need to stay home tonight. But I'm like, because when she goes, I don't want any regrets of like, I chose myself. And I know it's okay we have to look after ourselves. But I was like, I would rather run myself ragged and at the end of it be like, I did everything I could.
Yeah.
Because exactly like you said, now I've got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And I can't get any of that
No.
back.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like, it's the best thing I did because I didn't want to sit here and be like, oh, I should have taken to New Zealand or I should have done this.
No, that's right.
But then also the perspectives and the life lessons I keep learning.
Don't we love the life lessons?
Fucking lessons. And I've said a few times on my episodes that pre-Mum being terminal, my measure of success was like money and Chanel, we'll put it that way. And it was, I used to just smash myself with work, buy shit. And I was for what I thought was happy at the time.
Yeah.
Whereas now my greatest success is having time. And I'd rather tell you that I've worked 6 to 11, got all my clients in, and I'm off to Pilates with a friend.
Yep.
And I'm seeing another friend for a lunch, and I'm doing a walk, and I'm doing nothing. Instead of telling you how much I earn or what I bought or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I know I don't mean this, but there's some days I'm like, I'd rather be a naive, ignorant dickhead, buying Chanel, having not a care in the world.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate that my perspectives, priorities, and what bothers me and what I hold on to is so different. Like things still hurt and people can still suck.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect my self-worth, and I don't hold on to things like I did years ago. They're still dead to me. But I shouldn't say that's rude, but...
No, but it's the way that you can put it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mean I'm like, nothing bothers me,
Yeah.
but things that would have taken up 6 months of me venting to friends, I still can't believe this, is now maybe a week or two. And then I'm like, well, you know.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have any of this without the reality check.
Yeah. Well, it's given you a completely different perspective. And like you said, time is so important.
100%.
You know, we can't get back time.
Yep.
And what you've created for yourself is memories.
Yep.
Beautiful memories, even amongst the not so good.
Yeah.
But you've created memories, and that is my number one thing also I talk about is in your life, make sure you're creating happy memories. So we're storing them in our memory bank. Like we want to store hundreds and hundreds of these positive, happy memories. So when something not so good comes up, we'll feel it, but we can get back those things that will overshadow those not so good things.
Yes.
So creating memories is a big thing that I talk about and I action in my own life as well. It's not about purchasing. Like for me, it's like, okay, let's go and just go to this restaurant instead.
Yep.
We're like with my husband, okay, no gifts. Like, let's go on a 2-night this. Let's go do this. Let's create an experience and a memory.
I'm all for experiences.
Yeah, because that's what I can think back on that.
Yeah.
You know, like I can, when I'm not feeling well or if I'm not feeling good or something's happened, I can go back into my memory bank and go, oh, I remember this time. And I can play that scenario and I can feel that emotion like I'm there.
Yeah.
And again, that's the energy that's connected to those memories.
Yeah.
And those, those happy, those happy times. That's what we want.
100%.
That's what we need to fill ourselves up with.
And I've never been, I say I've never been a journaler. I feel like my Instagram is very much, this is my public journal.
What you're doing there is like journaling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've never been into it. I've never been able to, I've bought diaries. I do 3 days. I forget about it.
I'm the same.
But
I'm not a journaler.
No, I can't. But daily gratitudes is something I've never, ever done.
Yep.
I've always been a bit like, oh, whatever about it. But I started it. I don't know why I started it. It was like maybe 3 weeks ago. I actually couldn't tell you why. I'm sure someone told me to do it. I was like, oh, fine, fucking whatever.
Yeah, I'll try it.
Yeah, but truly at the end of my day, I sit there and I write down on my story every single good thing. And I think from when I wake up, I go through exactly what I did and I write it all down. And it has helped me so much. I'm like, oh, these woo-woo bitches are onto something.
But we know something.
I know. But it's like seeing everything laid out that like, I don't know. I think as humans, we do tend to focus on the negative.
Yeah.
And especially like with my online journaling.
Yeah.
You know, when things go wrong, it's very, and some of them are funny as well. You post about it, you have a whinge, whatever. Something really good, like the first day I journaled on my gratitudes, I'd driven around. I saw Sean for a facial. Yeah. And then my friend Ashley, I had an hour between appointments. I called her. I was on the phone to her for an hour. Yeah. And it was like really cup filling and really just like, oh, great to catch up and filled my time driving. I felt really good for my next thing that I was doing. And I put that in my gratitude. And I was like, I'm never going to post on my story, had a good chat with Ash on the phone. Like, it's not really like a story-worthy thing for me, but it is something that goes in a day. And when you list all those things, I'm like, oh, yeah, 2 shitty things happened, but I'm like, I've got 15 good things. Yeah. And individually, they may not be as like big as it, you know. So going to sleep with that energy and just being reminded of all the good things has been like, honestly, I've been sleeping so much better.
That's really good. Really good to hear.
It's just, because we do focus on negatives.
It's human nature, you know. Unfortunately, that's what we do, because also that's what media. That's what we're, I guess, programmed to look at. You know, is the negative. You know, I mean, how many times on the news do we see positive things? Yeah. Why can't the news be all about the really great things that have happened in the day or in the world? You know, it's not how we're unfortunately wired in this earth. I'm not quite sure why, but I think our journey is to overcome that and really dive deep into, like you're saying, gratitude. Yeah. Gratitude is amazing energetically for you to feel and understand gratitude every day like you're doing. It's going to really, really help, you know. And it's the small things. I always tell people, it doesn't have to be something big. Like you said, it's that 1 hour phone conversation.
100%.
But how good is it when you have a really good conversation with someone? Yeah. You know, doesn't matter if like 5 shitty things happened in the day. You had a really good conversation. Yeah. You know, and that felt really good for
100%.
And it's the little things.
Yeah. And I think life, as I'm learning, has just got, there's going to be so many more shitty things to come. Life is not fair. It's not easy. And I think like, being able to have your gratitudes and kind of going back to the lessons I've learned and the people who are in my life. I'm very intentional with who I spend time with and who my friends are. Yeah. And it's kind of like I unintentionally built a really great support network from all these like perspectives and priorities that I got during my experience with Mum. Yeah. That it's like any other things that happen to me now that are bad, I've got the best husband, I've got the best friends. Mum's up there doing something.
Oh yeah.
But it's
stopping.
Oh God. But it's like you learn so much about yourself and build your support network around you to start handling whatever else is going to be coming our way, because it will be.
Yeah. We're always going to be learning.
Yep.
That's anyone that says that they've learned everything is full of shit.
Yeah. Never trust someone that thinks they know everything.
No, or they've healed everything. You know, we're never going to heal everything. That's just not in this lifetime. Like, there's always going to be things that that are gonna come in.
Yeah.
And we have to work through.
100%.
I look at it as the beautiful part of it, because I look at these obstacles now as, okay, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
All right, Irene. Okay, this has been presented. It's not good.
It's not good.
How are we going to move through this in the quickest time possible? That is always me now. Before it used to be, oh, not again. Like, oh, but why, you know?
Yeah.
And especially for me, it was my health, because I was having a lot of health problems. I've had 2 neck surgeries.
Oh my God.
So, yeah.
My neck just spasmed as you said that. What the fuck?
Oh.
I'm not joking. You know, like that twang that sometimes is like a spasm? What the fuck?
So I've got like 3 discs out my own, and I've got a fusion in there.
Oh my God.
So, which randomly I just woke up one day and I had a sore neck. So
Yeah.
like, thank you. Okay. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, anyway, that's a different story. But from that time especially, I was like, okay, I can either go down with this and go, this is just shit. You know, I don't want this, but I've got it. So what am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
So, every time I've needed surgery, I've been like, okay, we're here again.
Yep.
Obviously, there's something for me to learn again or to help someone else with. So I'm ready. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
You know, and the minute you can change your mindset into, okay, let's do this. Like, put it as in, like, I can do this. It's a challenge, but I can do this. Let's just show me the way. You get through it so much easier.
Yeah.
And so much quicker.
100%.
The minute you sit in it and it's poor me,
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, because that's just going to keep you here.
Yeah.
And you're not going to move.
100%.
You just won't.
And wallowing in things, it doesn't change them.
No. Because they're present. You have to deal with it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether it's death, whether it's sickness, whether it's surgery, whether it's a divorce, whether it's whatever it is, you know, it happens. You have to
100%
deal with it.
I'm not sure I'm going to articulate this the way my brain is trying to think about it, but like this shit thing that's happened, whatever it is, if you choose to let it affect the rest of your life negatively, obviously it depends what the situation is. It's kind of been shit here and it's shit here. And it's kind of just, it's not fair, it's not right, it still sucks. But you can choose to leave it there if you're able to. Because otherwise it just drags it out longer. 100,
It's just gonna keep following you.
100%. And that's like a situation I've had going on recently.
And it'll get bigger, and it'll get bigger, and it'll get heavier.
100%. And it's like there's things that have happened where I can't change it. And I guess mum would be similar, as in my situation with mum. I don't need to let it negatively impact this area as well. And I think as well, like with my mum, if this is helping people, if I can raise money for Mary Potter Foundation, if I can do all these things. Again, I'd rather be a naive, ignorant dickhead from 2019 or something. No, I wouldn't. I just want to be me now, but with mum. Fuck me. But if I can do something with it, then it doesn't make it feel as wasted or as pointless. And
that's beautiful that you are doing that and that you can do that and that you want to do that. Well, you're choosing to. No one's making you. So you're doing that because you feel pulled towards it, and part of it makes you feel good. And the pull is what we have to go with.
It can make it make sense a little bit.
You know, not something that keeps pushing, like we keep pushing. Sometimes doesn't feel good, but if something's pulling us to do because of something, and then do it, you know, and you're helping so many people, you know, and I'm grateful that you're able to do that. Because there needs to be more of us to help. there needs to be more of us who can be of just a sounding board or
Yeah.
a different perspective, you know, because even if it's one person's life that you're changing, that I'm changing, that the next person is changing,
Yeah.
that is worth it.
100%.
Because I always look at, I might need that one person to help me change my life. It might be
Yeah.
that one thing that someone says that I need, you
Yeah.
know, and how grateful would I be, you know?
It's funny you say that, because the next thing I was about to say was, as much as I know how much it is helping the people that follow me, they help me just as much in return. And there's this one thing someone said to me that I pull on so many moments when I need it, is when her mum was in hospice dying a couple of years ago. She was saying to her mum, I can't do this without you. I can't live without you, like, yada, yada, yada. And the mum was like, if you can't live without me, I haven't done my job as a mum, right?
Yeah.
So I remember that, because I'm like, because again, like, what am I going to do? I've lost my mum. I've gone through this, but I'm not going to, like, ruin the rest of my life. Like, this has been such an awful thing, but I can do great out of it. I don't need to, you know?
Yeah.
So I remember that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, not like mum would be disappointed, but she's raised me to, I am independent. I am strong. I can do it. I don't want to do it, but I can do it.
Yeah, and she wants that for you.
And it would be a disservice to her and everything she's done for me
Yeah.
if I don't.
Yeah. And again, you're pulling from that, you know, that's what's helping you.
Yeah, 100%. But that one line from that
Yeah.
person, I think she's like in Ireland or something.
I love that.
I know.
I love
all
that.
over the world.
Yep.
It was actually the most beautiful thing, because when my following grew, was when I was in hospice. And so obviously I wasn't sleeping much. And it would be nighttime, like 2 a.m, 4 a.m. All of my support systems asleep. I'm talking to bitches from America, from England. Like, I had this whole, like,
how beautiful.
doesn't matter what time of the day it is, I've got
Yeah.
I've got someone to talk to. And it was so important in hospice, particularly for me to have that.
Yep.
And again, it's all from sharing and talking. Like, being open and sharing has brought me so much.
Yeah.
It's insane how much we don't talk about these things.
No. But you're helping with that.
Yeah.
You know, and the Mary Potter Hospice,
Yeah.
the Laurel Hospice, as you know, they do amazing.
Yeah.
And you don't realize until you've been in that space.
Yeah.
People don't even know. A lot of people don't even know about it.
No.
That is the big problem.
100%.
You
They don't.
know? Because they offer a different level of care and understanding that a hospital doesn't offer.
Yes.
You know, and I certainly didn't know until I volunteer in it. You know, I mean, even to offer my services, it's like, oh my God, okay, that's amazing. You know, yes, I'd love to. They need it.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be so beneficial and powerful and healing for them to have these modalities in this space where they need it the most. And I would love, you know, our government, the governments, if they are listening, you know, I've already written a letter to the health minister, got rejected, but I'll keep trying. We need to look at the space around death and dying and how we can give the beautiful souls in their last moments, weeks, months, how can we make it better for them?
Yeah.
Like, we need to do better, you know, as a community, we need to, like a send-off.
Yeah.
A beautiful send-off. They deserve it.
I think when you've been touched by grief, we know.
Yeah.
But for people who haven't lost someone, it's just not on the radar. Because, like we said, there is no way of explaining. I could have never, ever even found the words to imagine this.
Yeah.
And so I think, until people know they're not drawn to that world.
But that's where we have to be better.
Yeah, we have to lead it.
We have to be better. And if we want changes, we've got to be the change. We've got
Yeah.
to start to kind of break these systems down.
Yeah.
You know, who are we waiting for? The next person, or the
Yeah.
next person's going to wait for the next person. So, you know, I admire what you're doing. You're showing up, and I'm sure it's not easy at all a lot of the time, but you're showing up,
Yeah.
you know, for yourself, for others, and you're sharing things that people don't know.
Yeah.
And it will be different for maybe others when they go through that experience, but at least they might have some idea, or
Yeah.
a bit of an idea now that, oh, okay, wow, like this is actually really big, and this is huge, and this is life-changing, and all
100%.
of the above, you know.
I wish, and I guess this is what I'm also now doing for others, but I wish we had known about hospice, because fuck, I wish she went in a week early.
Yeah.
I read some stories where their parent or whoever was spent 3 weeks or 4 weeks in hospice. I'm like, I only got 7 days.
Yeah.
Like, we were in
Yeah.
hospital for 3 weeks.
No one knows. That's the thing.
No, and it's like if we knew, because, and as I keep saying, hospice does not change your outcome. It just
No.
gives you the best possible ending
Yeah.
for that outcome.
Yeah.
And if we could have spent 2 or 3 weeks in there, because
Yeah.
I lived in there, like,
Yeah.
it couldn't stay in hospital in that way. And mum would press the buzzer. It would take so long for somebody
Yeah.
to come, and it's not it's not the staff's fault.
No.
But it's like you said, it's a whole different
It's
setup.
a system. That's how it, yeah.
Yeah, and if other people now, I've had some people who are like, they followed me before their parent was sick, and now their parent is sick, and so without even realizing, they now are prepared from watching what I've posted. And I'm like, go to hospice. Like,
Yeah.
I wish that we'd had that, and I think maybe I'm just trying to be the help that I wish I had had
Yeah.
at that time
But
as well.
that's your role now
Yeah.
in what you've been gifted, so to speak.
Yeah,
That you can give to others in giving them a pathway,
Yeah.
or help into what might be good for them
100%.
in that space.
and there are some days I'm like, God, I took a lot of shit online. There'll be days that I'm like, oh, I'm just like posting everything. And then I'll get someone who replies like, oh my God, that's exactly how I'm feeling. Like, I feel less alone. I feel less crazy. Like, thank you. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll keep posting that, whatever.
Yeah.
I get that.
But it's therapeutic for you too.
It is.
That's your platform where you can just be.
Yeah, it's my journal.
People don't want to see, they don't have to see.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's your platform.
Yep.
So you show up however you need to show up.
Yeah.
You know, because you're helping yourself, like you said, in the process as well.
100%.
But yes, hospice they're amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing what they do there. And
Yeah.
we need more of them.
100%.
We need more of them.
It's, really
You
just
know?
such important, beautiful work.
Yeah. And there's so much care and love, and it takes they're unique in themselves in what
Yeah.
they do. And I just think I want to go to hospice when I'm ready, because I know that the love and the care that they
Yeah.
put into
it's the place to be.
every single person that comes in, you
Yeah.
know, and some of the really fun things and the memorable things that they do, you know,
Yeah.
you know that.
Oh,
you
that
know,
sunset
the pony,
for Mum and I.
the sunset, you know,
Yeah.
it's beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
you can't do that in a hospital.
God, no. And not everyone is lucky enough to be able to access those services as well. Like we're so lucky.
Yeah.
Ugh. I feel like I'm in a tornado, kind of being pulled between different emotions constantly, all the time. It is just so mostly positive at the moment. I am doing better this month, but like,
You just got to go with it.
yeah.
Just go with it.
I think the Ashes, I'm expecting to cry the entire day.
Yeah.
But I think the trip is good. I think if I'd gone earlier, I would have been in like brain fog. Because some of those trips, I did interstate trips.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember half of them.
Yeah.
And even my friends were saying, like, not that they have any expectations of me, but they were like, I'm so much more present now.
Yeah.
I was so spacey, almost as in shock. I feel like there's a lot
How
of...
can you be present though?
Exactly. And
I
so,
can't imagine anyone
No.
could be present for a while.
No.
You know?
no. And yeah, while they weren't obviously complaining that I was like that, but they're acknowledging that I would say the last few weeks I'm feeling a lot more like, okay. So I kind of feel like, all right, I'm ready for the trip now.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do her ashes.
Yep.
It feels very like, is it ceremonial?
Yep.
That it's going to be on the 6-month anniversary. That's by accident. Do you know that?
No.
So I was meant to be in Europe now. I chose May because I fucking hate the heat. I'm like, I don't want to be in like summer.
Yep.
So it's going to go in May. And then Mary Potter reached out for me to be their ambassador. And it's on the 25th of May. It's like, well, obviously I'm going to be there. Like I hadn't booked anything yet. So I'll just push my trip back. And I was always going to fly into Paris and then go into England from there. So I'm booking dates. I'm literally leaving the night of the fundraiser. Like I'm doing it in the morning and then I go.
Okay.
So I'm packed. My suitcases are good. They're done.
I love it. Yeah.
Me and Mum are both packing.
She's packing.
She's ready to go.
I saw her. She was packing.
Yep, she's ready to go. And I did my little week in Paris. I'm going into London. I was like, cool. So she wants to go. It's Keswick, which is near her hometown.
Okay, yeah.
And that's that big, beautiful lake and everything. Yeah. And I picked my dates. There was a 3-day window I'm going. And I'm like, oh, my God, smack bang is the 5th of June. That's 6 months completely by accident. And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's not by accident.
No, it's not. But I'm just like, that is, it's right. It feels right. It feels very like, well, that's the day we're going to do it. And then I'll be at Pitbull the week after in my ball cart dancing in Amsterdam. No, but I feel ready. I feel like I need the break, but I feel ready to be as present as I can be. A bit of a circuit breaker. Yeah. And she made me promise in the hospice that I would have she said 6-week trip. Jesse tried to say 4. He's anxious about being away. Yeah. Set it on 5. Yeah. But I haven't had more than 2 weeks off in a row. Like you said before, like I feel like we're quite similar with just the busyness and like boss bitch and all this shit. And I've gone to Europe and I've been back doing lashes within 2.5 weeks. Yeah. Whereas Mum is like, you are taking 6 weeks. Like you need to stop and you just need to have a break. Yeah. So, and then Jesse, how do I word it? He's anxious to be away for so long. He's never been to Europe. Okay. He went to England when he was 7 to visit his dad there, but he's never had a big trip. Yeah. And he's very emotional, but he's very logical and very safe and very anxious in that way. Yeah. I'm very live your life, like experiences. And for him, he will have a great time. And once he's experienced it, he'll be like, oh yeah, Europe's the best. It's so worth it. Yeah. But he's looking at it as in like so much time off work and we're going to come back in a worse financial position and all these things. But I'm like, as we just spoke about before, life is not always about money or pushing for goals. Sometimes you've got to live it. Yeah. And what are we pushing so hard for? Because we can do this trip. Yes, we're going to come back a little bit in debt, but I mean,
you always
it's Europe.
Yeah, like, that's right. If you go to Europe, of course, that's part of the package.
It's worth it. Yeah. But it's like life is to be enjoyed. Yeah. And that's also what I've taken from everything with Mum, from her being sick to her dying, is it's not every year needs to be a growth, a pushing. You've got to be in it and live it. Like I had Leah, who's a palliative care nurse, on a few episodes ago, and she said like everyone on their deathbed, doesn't matter if they're rich or poor, it's never about money or belongings at the end. It's time, it's their regrets are fights with family not being resolved, or, you know, they never wish that they worked more. They never wish they had more money. Like they wish that they actually pushed those things away and lived in life as much as you can. Obviously we all have to work, we need money, but I'm looking forward to a break and to just literally live.
It's going to be amazing for you.
Yeah.
On so many different levels. And especially honouring your mum in doing what she wanted. Yeah. You know, yes, you'll be crying a lot.
But that's my life now.
That's okay.
But it's the two feelings together.
But it's going to be it's going to be a celebration as well at the same time, because she's free.
100%.
You know, and gosh, you know, you're giving her the gift that she wants.
Yeah. It's the spot she's, even before she was ever sick the first time, she's always gone, that's where all my ashes scattered. I reckon I was 7 the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Because I've been going there with her.
Yeah.
You'll laugh at this. She might tell you this. Maybe she'll come to you. But I was saying to Jessie, like, I did New Zealand with Mum literally this time last year. And it's like a mini England. It looks like her hometown. And I've done London with her and Paris as a 20-ish year old. I haven't done the Lake District and all the beautiful areas since I was maybe, I want to say like 16, 17. I was a moody fucking teenager. I couldn't have given a flying fuck about the mountain, about the lake. Didn't give a fuck. And I'm here going, Jessie, I'm going to take you here. Mount Skiddaw, where she used to hike, I'm taking you here. And I can hear it going, you didn't fucking care when I took you. And I wish she'd been well enough, because I wanted to get her back to England. I wanted to get her to Paris, but it didn't happen.
That's okay,
And I wish that, I wish I could have experienced her hometown as an adult with more than 3 brain cells. And teenagers, they just don't have the perspective. They're not.
We don't when we're younger.
No.
We don't.
No, and I would give anything to sit there and listen to the stories about the pub that you went to. But when you're 17, I was texting my boyfriend back home on my Nokia 3315. I was just like, when am I like, you know? Or I remember she took me to St. Paul's Cathedral in London. Did you go there when you went?
I didn't get a chance. I will go there though.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I was a bit stroppy. I was just 17. And I had my hood up and I was with my mum and my stepdad, and they're trying to show me around. And I distinctly remember sitting there in the church pews with my hood up going, I'll look on Google later. And I was like, oh
no. But see how you remember it? It's still like a memory now. You can kind of laugh about it. Oh, yeah. You know?
She told me another time when I was an early teenager, apparently I wrote her a note that said, we were best friends, mind you. We had a very good relationship. It's just the typical teenager shit. Apparently I wrote a note, when your lips move, all I hear is blah, blah, blah. And she said, fuck knows where it is, but she said, I'm going to keep that and give that back to you when you've got a teenage daughter one day.
Oh my gosh.
But it's
a lovely note. You left.
Just to remind me. Just to remind me that it's normal. But I know, and Jessie will tell me, I didn't get to do England with her again, but I got to do New Zealand. We got to do Melbourne. We had so many beautiful trips, but I'm like, fuck what I would give. And if you're listening, listen to your parents' fucking stories about their hometown, because you will care one day.
Yes, you will.
And you might not get a chance to rehear them when you're older. So just take it the fuck in. But yeah, I can just picture her up there watching me show Jessie all around Keswick, being like, you fucking little cow.
She'll be there with you. She'll be seeing it anyway, so on a different perspective with you. So keep remembering, it's like the 3 of you are there.
Yes.
It's not the 2 of you. It's the 3 of you.
Well, you'll also appreciate this. So I'm taking her ashes back. I've also got a little gold heart mini urn coming that I can keep with me.
Oh, that's
so I can
beautiful.
because I was like, especially I'm celebrating so many things over there. My birthday is in Rome, and then my business turns 10 in Paris.
Congratulations. At the end. That's massive.
I feel so proud, all the good things. I feel more gutted she's not there for that than my actual birthday, because she helped me start the business. And she was so involved in it. And I just feel like, for fuck's sake, like we were so close to that, you know? But I'm honouring her by going to Champagne region. And I've got lunch at Runa, which is the champagne house. That was our like real special occasion bottle that we would get together.
That's beautiful.
So I'll have the little gold heart on the table with the champagne and all these things. So I will be genuinely, even though I'll be taking most of her to her hometown, I'm keeping that bit. But because I have to make a joke and dark humour about things, I'm doing a series, because I saw on TikTok a guy, and I showed Mum this, and she pissed at laughing.
So she's given the okay?
She knows all about this. So this guy took his grandma's ashes, a little tin, and it was called Day Out with Grandma, and it was a series. And it was next to a pint of beer at the pub. And then it was on the tube seat on the train. And then it was a selfie with the tin and Buckingham Palace. So my version is, she'll have champagne at like the Ritz. And I've got a business class seat. Luckily, my friend put me on staff discounts. It's like $500. But I thought I'd put her there with the champagne, caption, how's the leg room?
Wait a minute, she's got her own.
It's my seat.
Okay.
No, it's my seat.
Wow, Susan's very lucky.
Susan's very lucky. She's bougie Susan. But my friend is flying the damn plane. So I can go in the cockpit.
I love that.
Which Mum would have loved. So I'm thinking a photo of the ashes with the little hat, being like, buckle up everyone. And Susan stand behind the wheel. And
this is great.
If I don't have a funny thing to do, I lose it. But she always wanted to see, I cannot pronounce it. What's that big church in Milan? Is it the Duomo? The Duomo?
Oh,
whatever. It's the big church in the square.
Okay.
She never got to see it.
Okay.
And so that's when I'm like the selfie of me and the ashes.
Going there. Yeah.
Yeah. And if I see George Clooney in like Como, I'm like, oh my God, my mum loves you. Like, can you take a photo?
Well, we're putting it out there, so
George Clooney.
We've got to at least put it out there. It's
100%.
not going to happen if we don't put it out there.
But
so
see, this puts me back in a good mood. It's just not trying to ignore the grief, but I'm just trying to channel it into something.
Which is great.
And she loved the idea. She told all her friends that she's going all around Europe.
Well, she is, literally.
She is. She's coming here, there, and everywhere. But
I love that.
Yeah.
That's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be a good trip.
Yeah.
And then I've had a lot of time off work. I've never had time off, but I've lessened the hours I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling like, right, when I get back, I want to go back to being like, still having rest and time, but boss ass bitch. I'm going to do well. I'm going to do all these things.
Yep.
Make her proud.
Yep.
Keep going business class.
Yep. 100%.
And just, I'm in a mood to like get some shit done now.
Yeah.
Whereas 2 months ago, I was like, I can't imagine ever working properly again. Like,
No.
I'm depressed.
No. But like, time, gives you that space.
Yeah.
And when you as time goes on, like you're already thinking, okay, I'm kind of ready to slowly, there's things that I want to still do, which is great. They're the things that you will put your energy into,
100%.
which is going to make you feel really good,
Yeah.
And you're also doing it with a purpose as well.
Yeah.
We all need a purpose.
100%.
If we don't have a purpose, we get lost.
Yeah.
If it's one thing, I've said there's lots of one things this podcast. I've got lots of things, but we all need a purpose in life, so you've got your purpose. I've got my purpose. If everyone can find their purpose, that is a really good thing for them to do, because it'll give you that direction.
100%.
And it'll keep you working towards something even through the bad times.
Yeah.
If you don't have a purpose and something really bad happens to you, you become very lost.
Oh, and I've been there a lot.
And that's a really hard place to get out of.
Yep.
If you do.
Yeah.
Not everyone, unfortunately, can pull themselves out of it.
Yeah.
So, having a purpose is what drives you.
100%. I agree.
So, yes, put your energy, when you're ready, you'll know it, back into all the things you want to create and do, and it'll be successful, because that's what's going to be for you.
Exactly. And she's backing me every step of the way.
And you've got even more power now.
I know. I really did feel that those 4 days. I felt like this weird superhuman, just I felt it.
Yep. You've got, and when I say power, it's not a power, it's a power as in, like this energy, this force, this frequency that is a lot more powerful maybe than what you felt before.
100%. Feel lighter having had you here.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I've loved the space you've created, and thank you for having me and being able to share my little story.
Yeah. It was an absolute honour. You were such a important part of that week in hospice. When you wanted to come on, it meant so much to me.
Thank you. And thank you for allowing me to be there.
Of course.
I feel very honoured and grateful. And thank you, Susan, for visiting me.
Yeah.
And you're always welcome.
Yeah, do it again, bitch.
And I'll pass on anything, if there's any secrets you
if
want
you've
me
left
to tell.
money anywhere in a brick.
I'll be there with Sam. We'll be just chopping away.
Next time you come, it's in the walls.
But thank you. And keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Keep shining you. There's so many people that need you. More than fine. You are more than fine.
Yeah.
You know. So just be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Like honestly, you know, from a real deep level now. I just
Yeah.
want you to just, even if you're not the way you want to be one day, it's okay.
Yeah.
We're not fucking perfect.
Compassion.
We never will be perfect.
Yeah.
Just, you know, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
You've got another day, you know, that's how I want you to look at,
Thank you.
you know, and I can't imagine exactly what you're going through because I haven't been in that space, and I would never even try and think that that's not who I am.
I thought I knew. I thought I was prepared. I thought I had years of preparation.
No.
Nah.
And I know I would never be prepared either, no matter how much in that time, when it comes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think when you have a love for someone
Yeah.
and you're so connected to someone energetically as well,
Yeah.
I don't think you can ever prepare for a loss like that. And it would be hard.
Yeah. It's fucked.
Yeah.
There's no better word for it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry that you've had to go through this, you know.
Thank you.
I am sorry for you.
Yeah.
You're doing good from it though.
Yeah.
You know, you're doing something positive on the flip of it, which I want you to be proud of yourself.
Thank you. I know Mum would be.
Yeah.
She would love this.
Yeah.
She would be so proud of the foundation.
Yeah.
It would be. Yeah.
And you're helping so many people, I think even, you know, more than what you even know. I don't think you'd even be able to comprehend all the people that you're helping.
No.
With just by showing up.
Yeah.
And you don't need to question yourself.
Yeah.
Who you've showed up to be or you know, no. You're going to show up exactly how you're meant to.
Yeah.
And whoever needs to receive it will receive it. And even if no one receives it, it's
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, 100%. And that's what I felt with starting the podcast. I was like, whether it gets 3 views or 15, really, this is my coping mechanism.
Yeah.
It's so helpful. This has been one of the best things that I've done. I also feel like it gives me a space. And I know it helps people, but it gives me the space. We're talking about it now. And then when I wrap this up, not like I'm done with those thoughts for the day, but they've had a place to go.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like, I don't know whether it's healthy to compartmentalize my day like that, but I'm not running from it. I'm just putting it in a particular time slot.
No. No, you're not running away from it at all.
No.
You're being very present and in the moment. And that's what you need to do. So you're creating, you're working through the healing process of different things.
Yeah.
And it might take you talking about it 50 times before you manage to work through and heal through that part.
Yeah.
And it might take you 1 time for the next part of it.
Exactly.
It might take you 20 times
the
next part. You know, you'll only know when you start to feel that shift, like emotionally, when it's not as raw and it's not as, when it doesn't hurt as much.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
100%. Yeah.
That's when you know, okay, you kind of are working through the things.
Yeah.
You know, but that again will take time, and it will take you speaking about it.
100%.
And it will take you sitting in it.
I just realised something.
What's that?
Again, how that nothing is a mistake.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm extra emotional in this episode and the one I did earlier. I booked these not even thinking it was Mum's 5-month anniversary. But you know who it is? It's my Chinese medicine doctor friend, and it's you.
Oh, wow.
In terms of the people that are on, are probably the people I needed to speak to today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a friend with a similar experience. Like the 2 guests that I had on this day.
Yeah.
Probably Mum.
Yeah. Just giving you what you need today.
Yeah.
You know, even just energetically.
Yeah.
I was here to share my energy with you.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you took from it today is what I wanted to give from you, you know. I wanted to shine
Well, I don't want to say
whatever.
peace. It feels like it's peace.
Yeah, well, I wanted to, I energetically prepared myself to give you whatever you needed today from me.
Yeah.
You know, whatever that was, I didn't care. I just wanted to give you
Yeah.
what you needed. I wanted my energy to infiltrate
Yeah.
into yours to give you what you need.
And I think this chat, this last week, I'm more coming to terms with I'm not needing to or be a certain way. However I am is however it is. Because I think the last few weeks that were quite bad emotionally for me, I almost hesitated being as open about it.
Yeah.
Because it has gained such a following, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't want to scare people that 5 months down the track I'm still really bad, or I don't want to be I want to be a positive role model. But then I was like, but the whole point of this is honesty, and even though everyone's journey will be different, it's sort of road mapping my journey.
It's your journey.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, sharing and someone saying, oh, thank God, because, I feel nuts for still feeling this way, so thank you. And I'm like, okay, no. And it's just more, and this chat with you as well, I feel like however I am is however I am.
Yeah. And it's okay.
Yeah, it's literally fine. It's just peace with whatever emotion you wake up, and it's part of it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
I love that you got that and you feel that.
Yeah.
And, it's how we should all be.
100%.
Not everyone's going to like us.
No.
I don't like everyone.
I think that
Sorry, but I don't.
No, I think that all the time.
So why should people like
Exactly.
everyone like me? That's just unrealistic, and it's not how it is.
100%. And the more authentically you that you are, you will lose people, but they're the ones you're meant to lose.
Yeah.
And I have attracted people, and even like yourself, who are similar to me.
Yep.
And now I have this whole support network of people that we get each other, and there's no eggshells, there's no this, there's no that. So I'm like, you will lose people by being yourself, but you'll lose the right people to lose.
That's right.
And
They're
you're
not meant to stay.
No, and you'll only bring in the people who are meant for you.
Yep.
It's only a good thing.
Yeah. And you can tap into those people who are there to stay whenever you want.
Yeah.
And, even for instance for me, I might not speak to you, might not speak to me maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
You might go, oh shit, I need to go and see that girl.
Yeah.
Which I said, obviously, you come and see me when you're ready.
Yes.
We'll do some energy work. But that's great.
Yeah.
I'm always open.
100%.
There's no restrictions. There's no time frames. You're there. You're there. And they're the people that you want around you. And I'm sure you figured them out, and you're still figuring them out, and we still are figuring them out.
And life is a lesson that never ends.
But when you do understand, you go, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's creating space for maybe someone that does fit in.
Exactly.
Where you're at.
100%. 100,000%. I'm just smirking because I'm thinking about a friendship I lost quite recently. But I'm like, I was meant to.
Yeah.
I was meant to. And it's one of those things where I no longer need to put energy into something. And there's more space for the people who do deserve it that I already have, and for new people that I'll meet.
Yeah. Because when we've got energy attachments, we can call it, through people, friends and whatever, that we're connected with, if they're not serving us the way that they're meant to, they're just blocking us. Not only are they're blocking your energy and your energetic field from even good things that are meant to happen for you. So doesn't have to even be friend based, but they're still blocking part of your energetic field.
Yeah.
So the minute that they go on their way, nicely, you're creating space.
It's like cutting off those dead leaves so that you can keep
there's
growing.
like, you've got like a black spot there, right, in your energetic field. Because our energetic field spans like a meter around us. So obviously we're in each other's field. So if you're in someone's energetic field, or friends with someone that is not good for you, or changes for whatever reason, because people change depending on your vibe, your frequency, their frequency, where you're at in your journey, it can change. But if they're there and they're stuck there and doesn't feel good for you, then they're creating a block. So the minute that they go, your energetic field opens.
Yeah.
So there's light that flows through.
Yeah.
You know, so then it's like, oh, your energy's like, oh, okay, like we can attract
Yeah.
now, if need, maybe it doesn't need to be replaced.
Yeah.
There's a space
Yeah.
for something else that's at the frequency and vibrancy of what you are wanting, what you are feeling to come in.
Yeah. 100%.
That wouldn't happen if that person didn't leave.
Yeah. And I'm such a big believer in like things are chapters.
Yep.
Like even partners,
Yep.
friendships, work, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, and just because it's not right anymore, it doesn't mean it wasn't right at the time.
No.
I think a lot of people when they end friendships or relationships think, oh, it was a waste or a waste. No, it was, and even if it didn't work out, the lessons you learn or the people you've met through that situation
that's
could
right.
be the networking that, do you know what I mean? It's
Yep.
all just trusting it's all
Yeah, it will flow
as it
and
will be.
It's meant to, and there doesn't need to be too much sadness around it. Yes, you'll go through
Yeah.
a process. I'm not saying we're not meant to feel anything, but if we understand that, like you're saying, people, relationships, jobs,
Yeah.
they may not be a forever thing, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's how life is.
Yeah.
You know, as we're shifting, other people either will rise with us or they won't.
Yeah.
If they can't match our energy where we're
Yeah.
at, they have to be let go. Like we have to let them go, or it will
100%.
happen anyway. So, you know, the situations will happen where
Yeah.
it will happen if you can't do it yourself. And I've experienced that
Well,
too.
yep.
Something will make it happen, and
Yep.
you'll go, okay, yeah,
Yep.
maybe you didn't want it to happen that way, but obviously that was the only way those cords were going to
Exactly.
detach.
100%. I think what was the quote? My ex actually had a really good quote. It was like the only constant thing in life is change. I think it was something like that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and it was like it's so true.
Yep.
It's so true. And I feel like when I was younger, in your 20s, you're so cocky. You think you know everything. You think you'll be with this person forever, and these are your
Be
best
married
friends.
forever.
Oh my God, I'm on my third. Got the right
Well,
one
I've got
now
my
though.
second, so yes.
Third time's a charm for me. And my thing now is like, don't get me wrong, I'm very short on Jessie. It's probably the one thing that I'm just like, I've got my fucking person finally.
Yeah.
But I am so open to being like, I could live in London.
Yep.
Like, different friendships can keep changing. I could have another business that's not even beauty related. Like, I sit here at 30 being like 40s and 50s. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm like,
So much.
I know.
So much. And I can tell you, my 40s were my best. My 50s now are...
Are you in your 50s?
I'm 50.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Who does your Botox? Like, you look great.
The energy. Can I tell you? I'm not joking.
The energy.
It's being channeled to the energy,
Yeah.
being attuned to Reiki.
I had no idea. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I give it to that. 100%.
Yep.
Yep.
You look incredible. So I'm like staring.
Thank
You look
you.
really incredible.
Yep. I'm 51 this year.
Oh my God.
Am I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I knew before I turned 50 last year, oh my God, 50 is going to be my best year. It's going to be my best years. I was telling my husband, you just wait. And he's like, okay, yep, 50's going to be great.
Yep.
And literally, since I've turned 50,
Yeah.
I've travelled to London, I've gone to Paris, I've done this. And it's only been like since October. And no, just keep, you know.
I feel very ready for it. Whereas in my 20s, I'm like, no, I'll be
Age
this
is
and I'll be this
great.
and da-da.
Yeah.
Now
When
I'm just...
Yeah. You just become so much more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Experience is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, as we get older. But
Yeah.
enjoy it.
100%.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, like, I feel like right now my confidence is really good. And yeah, like I said, things still hurt, but I'm not, like, if people don't like me, I don't care what they think. Like, oh my God, like, I'll cry on the internet. Like, I don't really care what people think.
no.
I'm like, if this is me at
You
30...
don't care what people think. No. And I love that.
No, not at all. Like, is this okay to ask? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, but if I'm like this at 33, I'm like, oh, I know I'll keep getting better. So it's...
Yep. You will.
Yeah.
You've got so much to do in this lifetime. So much to achieve,
Yeah.
enjoy, experience.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a beautiful life.
Yeah.
Even through this, you're going to find beauty in it.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Grieving people, or people that understand grief, if as well, they're the best people.
Yeah.
It's a sad club to be a part of, but it is just filled with so much just kindness and love. And just
I know.
that scene and understanding. Like it's
a different feeling, isn't it? It is. It's
Yeah.
love. It's like and I'm sure you feel that with all the people that you're connected with that have lost someone as well.
Yeah.
There's just love.
Yeah.
There's nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Are you okay? It's love.
Yeah.
Making sure that you're okay, and that, being kind, and, kindness is such a big thing, but yet so many people can't be kind,
Yeah.
Just be kind. I know it's hard for us to be kind sometimes.
Yeah.
I have to remind my husband often, like, just be kind. You didn't have to say that. He's getting better.
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I would definitely say I'm a kind person.
Yeah.
But when I'm wronged, I hold my tongue a lot more than I do now, because I remember in my 20s being very is the word justified?
Yeah.
And I was.
Yeah.
But I would say things that in the moment, I've stood up for myself.
Yeah.
And then a year later, I look back and I'm like, that issue wasn't really that big of a deal. It was to me at the time.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I could have handled that. So
Yeah.
sometimes now I'm like, even though right now I feel like this is the right thing to do and say, I'm going to sit on it, because most of the time when emotions die down, or it's just, sometimes it's also just unnecessary.
Yeah. You don't have to sometimes say something.
No.
Because like you said, you let go of that emotional attachment.
Yep.
Your energy vibrates back down.
Yep.
It's like, actually, is it really worth for me to say something?
No.
Not really.
No.
In that moment, yes.
Yeah.
And maybe still it does. Maybe 2 days later it still does, but then you can address it in a different way.
Exactly. So
which you'll probably get your message across maybe better as well.
100%. Or sometimes I think that person, this issue is because of how they are and their values and morals.
Yeah.
And me telling them that they're wrong. They're not going to just go, oh, you're right, Samantha, and
Yeah,
change. So perhaps then the best
Yeah.
course is to not be friends anymore,
Yeah.
without even having to have the confrontation,
Yeah.
because I've done that in my 20s. You fight and they do go, oh, I'm sorry that this happens again.
Yeah.
And it happens again. So
Yeah.
sometimes I'm more just like, we all make mistakes, but if
Yeah.
it is a core value thing, I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Just let it go. It doesn't really matter. If it's meant
Yeah.
to stay, it'll come back
Yeah.
without you trying or having to do anything,
100%.
Yeah.
So yeah, be kind.
Be kind,
Try.
people. Just be kind.
Don't know, even my hips are fucked.
Me too.
I know.